Okay, so hey there guys, so today's video is going to be another Makeup and Chill Fridays. I've been really enjoying doing these videos. I just feel like sometimes I don't have enough time put aside to actually start filming. I do have work at 1 today. It's about almost 12 right now. I feel like I just spent too much time like procrastinating before I was getting ready. I mean, not really. I just feel like time like kind of got away from me. I mean, usually I only need like a good 40 minutes to do my makeup, but sometimes when I'm filming it takes a little bit longer. And there are quite a few new products that I want to play with today. I have a new eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using. I did use it in a First Impressions Get Ready With Me, so if you guys saw that, I'm going to use the Disney palette today. I just really want to test out basically all the shades before I use something else. I've really only been using Colourpop shadows basically this whole week. Why do I always have eye goo? No matter what. And it never ever comes off. Okay, and now I'm just going to set my eyes. I just wanted to prime first so we can just jump right into the makeup. Let me just grab this so I can set it, and then we can just jump into the eyeshadow. Because I pretty much did everything I need to do for work except for like pack a snack, which literally only takes me about 5 minutes. So after this, I just have to throw my shoes on and get a snack and go. So we're going to try and do this as quickly as possible. There was like other things that I wanted to do this morning, but I didn't really sleep that well last night for the first time in a while. I don't know why. Because I've been taking melatonin, so it's really been helping me. But just last night, I was just tossing and turning like crazy. I don't know why. I think I fell asleep for like an hour or two, and then I woke up at like 5:30, and then I didn't fall back asleep again until at least probably 7 or 7:30. And then I think I fell asleep for like 3 more hours, and then I was up, and then I couldn't fall back asleep again. So we're going to jump into the Disney Designer It's a Princess Thing palette today. I have been using this basically the whole week. So I could really use and test out the shades, but also because I just want to use it again today because I'm not necessarily using one of the lid shades in here. I'm going to be using a liquid glitter today that I haven't used yet. So I'm just going to dip into Grumpy and use that as my transition shade. I use this like basically every time I use the palette as my transition shade. But this palette I really like using because I don't really have to think about what I'm doing. I think that it's a really easy, simple palette to use for every day. So far I really have been liking it a lot. I don't find that I really have to reach for another palette when I use it. It's pretty much a one-stop palette where you can just do your look and you don't have to worry about using another palette. So I do like that for this palette. And the shadows, the mattes have been working really nicely. The mattes actually are really beautiful. The more time they're actually on your eyes, they kind of become a bit more saturated and they get a little bit more pigmented. And you can actually really see the color come out once your eyeshadow's actually done, as opposed to first doing your makeup, which I think is really cool. I find that these are some of the most pigmented Colourpop shadows I've actually used. I feel like that these actually last longer than like the Dream Street ones or like the regular mattes. Okay, then for the crease, I'm going to take the shade Triton right here. This is a really beautiful shimmery brown, and it's super pigmented as well. And I find it to be like super creamy and super smooth. It kind of just, it's really pigmented in the whole crease, and I've just been using it as my crease shade basically every time I use this palette. Look how pretty that is. It just adds like a little bit of shimmer, and it's just so easy to apply. I was going to use a different palette today because I kind of wanted to get away from using this palette, but I kind of want to use some of the purples in the palette today since I haven't played with those yet. I've used mostly all of the shades, just not all of them yet. I haven't used Magic Carpet, Poison Apple, Midnight Curfew, and Thingamabob. Every other shade I've used and tested out. So now I'm going to take my crease shade. I'm going to take the shade Abu right here, and I'm going to work that into my crease. Basically use these same 4 matte shades like every time I use the palette. I'm just going to work that in my crease. I just want to do my crease quickly so we can move on to, you know, everything else because I'm trying to go pretty fast. Sorry if I'm not like talking too much. This week has been pretty busy. Basically, I've just been going to school and seeing my boyfriend, and that's about it. Nothing really like super interesting. I was actually going to try and go out with my friend Cassie yesterday, but then she had to cancel because she had to do something. But I also had class until 6 o'clock, so honestly, I didn't really feel like going out because we couldn't even eat locally. She said that we were going to have to go to Plainview because we had to go drop off paperwork in Plainview for her with her kids, and then we were all going to eat after that, and it's just like, it kind of sounded like a hassle in the first place, because I thought I was just going to pick her up in my town, and because she lives like literally 5 minutes away from me, and we were just going to go eat, but then it made it like a whole ordeal, and the weather yesterday was so bad, like the weather has just been horrible lately, also because of the hurricane, like the rain is like moving up the coast. So we had rain like all day yesterday, so it would have kind of sucked to drive far. I thought we were just going to eat around here. So I am experiencing kick up again, but again, that doesn't bother me. And then for the outer corners, I'm going to take the shade Beast. I just want some water. And I'm going to work that into my outer corners. So this is like the newest collection I picked up besides the Desi and Katie one, and I showed you guys that on camera like the last makeup and chill video. But I also have been hunting at Marshall's and TJ Maxx a lot. I actually have went to Marshall's the past 3 days in a row because my Marshall's has actually been getting some really, really good stuff. I really wanted to stop there today as well, but it is Friday, so I feel like it's going to be pretty busy. So I don't know if I really want to do that to myself. I'm just taking the shade, I don't know if I said I'm taking the shade Beast and working it into the outer corners, but that's what I'm doing. So I have found some really good stuff that I'm going to be sharing with you in this video to use. But I mostly have been using this palette for most of my looks. I was going to wear something else today, but it's supposed to be a lot colder tomorrow than it is during the day today, and I did wear this shirt in another Get Ready With Me in my Colourpop Zodiac video, but I'm doing like kind of something completely different. Like with this shirt, I always play off the colors in the shirt. Sometimes I'll do red, sometimes I'll do purple, so today I'm going to do purple. So I'm just going to take my NYX glitter glue and just apply that so we can do the lid shade. Really hope I have enough time to finish. I'm getting glitter glue like all over my lashes. Oh my god. Alright, I'm just going to apply it. Just give me a second. If I can actually move the mouse to stop recording. Okay, so I got that on. So now I'm super excited to apply this to my eyes. So I've been finding these at Marshall's for literally $6.99. I got the Stila Shimmer and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Bohème. I did get 2 shades. I got the shade Carefree as well, but I did get this shade I think 2 days ago, and I haven't tried it yet, so I really want to try it. I mostly have been finding the Shimmer and Glow eyeshadows at my Marshalls. Let me just apply it so I don't screw it up. Oh, this one's a lot more pigmented than the pink one that I got. Oh, it's so freaking stunning. Alright, let me just fan that off. Because these do take a little bit to dry. So what I was saying is that I got the shade Carefree as well, and it's this really pretty like pinky rose gold. This one's more of like a lavender shade, and I think that this one is already more pigmented than the other one. I feel like the other one is a little bit streaky. I feel like this one went on very smooth. So I'm going to do the same on this side. Yeah, wow, that's super stunning. I'm just going to fan that off again. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so I applied it to both eyes, and this is so freaking pretty. Do you see that? I really love that. So the other shade I used yesterday, and I wasn't really thrilled with how it looked on my lid, so I actually topped it off with one of these shades. I put Fairy Godmother over the top, and it looked really pretty. It kind of like filled in the gaps on where it was streaky, but this one I didn't have to do that at all. And then I'm just going to take Chip and apply that to the brow bone, and then I'm just going to clean up my under eyes like super quickly because I forgot to bring makeup wipes in my room. And then we can move on to the face. I know this one's a little bit rushed, I'm sorry, but I just don't have like all the time in the world today, but I did still want to film before I go to work. I was going to try and go to Marshall's before to work and get gas. Neither of those things happened. I should have gotten gas last night, but I stopped by Marshall's first, and I'll show you guys the other stuff that I actually picked up, so just give me 1 sec. Okay, so I went ahead and primed my face off camera just to save a little bit of time. I just used the NYX primer spray, and then I used the CoverGirl Outlast primer because I do have a new foundation that I want to talk about. So I picked this up just so I could save some time. So I picked this up at TJ Maxx. This was the only thing I could find at TJ Maxx. I really couldn't find anything else worth even picking up. But I heard that L'Oreal Paris is discontinuing this foundation. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I did check the L'Oreal website to see what other shades that they had because I wanted to see if this shade was going to be a good shade for me because obviously I couldn't swatch it before I took it home. But this is the only shade that I could find there, and I never picked up this foundation before because I always thought it was way too expensive for the drugstore. It like goes for like almost $19, $20 at the drugstore. I'm like, that's just ridiculous. So I found it at TJ Maxx, and I got it for $4, and I picked up the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Buildable Luminous Foundation in the shade N1. I actually haven't used this yet, so this is going to be the first time I use it. I'm not going to use the actual cushion inside. Can I speak today? But there's like a little peel that you take off, and then this is what the actual shade looks like. So when I actually swatched this, it wasn't too yellow. So I'm excited to try it. So I watched like a demo yesterday, and I saw that she just takes this and presses it into the product, and then she like kind of dabs it onto her face. So I'm just going to do that. Definitely need more. And it's definitely like very light coverage, so. Alright, now I'm going to blend it in. See if that's enough. But I heard that this is like super light coverage, so I might have to take a little bit more. But I did see that she kind of just took like the shorter side of her beauty blender. I'm talking about Dulce Candy. I actually really love her. I never hear about her on YouTube, but she has like 2 million subscribers, and she's just such a sweet YouTuber, and I really love her videos. I watch her on occasion, and she's a great YouTuber, so go check her out. And I watched her demo of applying this yesterday. Wow, this is like super light coverage. And what she did is that she took like a beauty blender, dipped it into the cushion, and then just applied it to her face. So yeah, I can tell this is like really, really light coverage, so I definitely need a little bit more. I just wanted to see how one layer was going to look, but my skin is not half as perfect as hers. So I'm going to apply a little bit more around the jawline, and I'm also going to apply a little bit to my neck, and then I'm just going to blend that in. But I can also use concealer and, you know, actually cover up those blemishes. But this is super natural, and it feels really nice on the skin. I'm actually really liking it. This is a really beautiful, like, daily use foundation for me. As, like, a light coverage. I feel like I got, like, literally zero product on my neck. So let's actually apply it. I can still see like a lot of the breakouts that I have though, like it didn't really cover that. So I would suggest if you have a lot of breakouts like me, as of right now, that you would stray away from this foundation, but I still really like how it made my skin look, that I'm gonna, you know, use it. So what it says after you're done is to put the seal back on. You don't actually remove this, like you don't just take it off and remove it. But I thought that was such a good deal, and this was literally the only shade that they had there, but I couldn't resist picking it up because it was only $4. Like, I can't believe that they sell that for that expensive at the drugstore. Because I've always seen, like, people rave about that foundation. I've never tried it because I just always thought it was too obscenely expensive for the drugstore. So now for the concealer, I'm just going to take the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer and apply that real quick. I'm just going to apply a lot down here so I can cover up those blemishes. So, like, I'm kind of on the fence about this concealer as of lately because when I watched Andrea Mitigliano's channel, she kind of, like, changed her idea about this concealer, and this used to be, like, one of her favorites. She says that it creases a lot on her now, that she didn't really realize how much it did before, and now she doesn't really love it anymore. Which I find, like, interesting because it is interesting to find, like, some of these YouTubers' opinions change about certain products. So I find that very intriguing because I've always really loved her. So I've always, like, appreciated her opinions about certain products. Sorry, I'm just trying to blend around my mouth so I don't like talking when I do that, because obviously I don't want to get concealer in my mouth. But I just found that interesting. Sorry I'm not really talking about a lot. When I don't get sleep, I don't really know what to say sometimes because I'm so tired right now. I'm just kind of concentrating on getting ready for work right now. So this isn't going to be like a super chatty video. But yeah, I have been picking up quite a bit of things at TJ Maxx and Marshall's. I really should stop though because... But my boyfriend's supposed to pay me soon because he's supposed to get money in like a couple of days. So I'm just waiting for that. So I wasn't like too concerned about spending money like this past couple of days because he'll finally have money, so I can like not pay for meals for a while. But also we've been eating like with my parents and with his parents, so we've been saving money that way. So I'm just going to finish applying that. Alright, so I really like how the foundation looks with this concealer. Like, I think it actually looks really, really pretty. Like, it just made my skin look natural, and it literally just looks like my skin. It's really pretty, so I am really liking the foundation. Okay, so now I'm just going to set my under eyes with the Colourpop No Filter Powder. But I still wanted to film today and actually still do my makeup on camera, so I think we're making good timing because it's 12:20 right now. But yeah, I don't really have that much to update you guys on. Will and Grace came back last week, so I watched that with been watching that with my family. It's Always Sunny has been on, and usually I watch that with my boyfriend, so we're probably going to watch that later. And also The Good Place has been on. The Good Place only comes back once a year, so we were like super excited when it came back. And the last episode was on last night, so we're going to watch that later too. My boyfriend loves that show, so I watch it with him too. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to take both of these shades. I'm going to try and work both of these shades into my look. I'm going to take the shade Poison Apple on the outside, on the inside, and then Magic Carpet on the outside. Let's see how that looks. Or we'll just mix both together. I'm just going to take it on the outside and work it in. Super pigmented. Actually, like I said, I haven't dipped into this shade yet. And if you guys didn't see, the teaser trailer for Aladdin came out yesterday, I believe. But it doesn't come out until next summer. And this is the first thing I said when they said the release date. It comes out next May. So May isn't the summer, it's the spring. So maybe the international release is summer, but I was like, Disney, come on. Wow, that is like really pigmented. I'm going to take a little bit of Magic Carpet and put that on the outside. Holy crapola. Jesus. I didn't think it was going to be that pigmented. Jesus Christ. That's like one little dip. I always try to get these as close as possible to the lower lash line, and it always ends up being like too much product. Alright, I'm just going to take both. I don't know how this side is so much darker than this side, but I'm just going to take my beauty blender and just swipe it a little bit so we can get rid of a little bit of that shadow because it's a little bit too much. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Holy crap. It's pretty. All right, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Wowza. Okay, and then for the inner corners, I think I'm going to mix Prince Charming and Ray together. I've been taking those two and putting them on my inner corners like every time because they're both just so stunning. And I'm going to put those on my inner corners. Oh man, those are like super pigmented today. Holy shit. Oh, I'm liking how this eye turned out. It's like a purpley, warm tone purple look, and I'm like kind of living for it. But yeah, you guys knew once I got a Disney palette, I couldn't put it down, so I love Disney. Okay, so that's the inner corners. And I actually really like how the lower lash line looks. So now I'm just going to... So we're chipping away at this palette. So now all I have to use is Thingamabob, Poison Apple, Magic Carpet, and Midnight Curfew on my lid at some point. I'm probably not going to use this on my lid anytime soon. I'll use it on like the outer corners or something. But the other three shades I'm going to try and work onto my lid at some point. But so that's it for the eyes. Now I'm just going to move on to eyeliner real quick. I'm just going to use MAC Costa Riche. It's literally the eyeliner I use every day of my life. I love it so much. I can actually get it to apply. Alright, we're almost done, you guys. We're almost done with this look. And now I'm just going to do my mascara. I just brought my Clinique mascara, and I know, like, I don't know why that happens, why that buildup happens. It drives me nuts. I just need some more water. I can also smell a little bit of the foundation. I actually like the fragrance. It kind of has a little bit of a fragrance. Now I'm just going to take the Clinique Lash Power Mascara, which they do have at TJ Maxx and Marshalls for like $6 or $7. But I got this on sale at Bloomingdale's. I think I've said this a million times before. My mom got it for me, and it was on sale, so I think she paid like $7 for it anyway. But it's a really awesome mascara, so if you can find it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls, pick it up. It's really good. But I was too lazy to use two mascaras today, so we're just going to use this. This is pretty much my go-to mascara anyway. Hopefully the lip I'm using, it goes with the look. Because I had like 2 lip products to use today, but I have used this lipstick that I want to use once already. I was going to do like a bell theme. Let me just get the mascara all over my face. This is why I can't talk and do mascara at the same time. It just got on my nose a little bit, but everything looks just fine. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to set my face with my Maybelline Fit Me powder. I actually don't own a L'Oreal powder, so we're just going to use the Maybelline one. I mostly only own L'Oreal foundations. I don't really have any of their primers or face powders or concealers. I really am still looking for a good L'Oreal concealer. So if you guys know, please tell me, because the Infallible one really was horrible. See how it mattified that foundation, since the foundation was so luminous? So I'm really liking how it looks. So now for the bronzer, I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Neo Bronzer. They actually have been having these trios at Marshalls and TJ Maxx. Like, I got this in a trio set for the holidays. I'm just going to start bronzing so as I'm talking. And I actually really love this bronzer. It's just so pretty. And they have the bronzer, like the trio, and it's actually more expensive than the actual price that I paid for it at Sephora. Because remember their sale on sale last year? And I wanted to pick this up. I got it for like $15, I believe, or like $16, and they're selling it at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I found it at Marshalls for $24.99. So the sale on sale at Sephora really is like probably the best deal that you're going to get. So I would suggest, if they do it again this year, pick it up at that time. Because they do like that sale on their weekly wow as well. And I think it really is a better price. See how much pan I'm hitting on the bronzer already? I mean, I've had this bronzer almost a year, so you would think I would hit pan on it. But the only shadows I've been using this week are the Colourpop shadows. I've mostly just been using this palette the whole week. But I did dip into my single shadows a couple of days ago because I'm still trying to hit pan on Note to Self and Wake Up Call. It's hard because I feel like those are the never-ending shadows, but I'm trying. Why do I keep on saying shadows? Shadows. I'm not from freaking Brooklyn. Even though I said Brooklyn. Okay, and for the blush, I kind of dug this out of my collection, and I really want to use it today. This is the NARS blush in the shade Amour. I don't know, I think it would be really cool with this look. I'm going to take very little. Can I speak? Because I know that this is like a super pigmented blush. I'm just going to apply it. Holy shit, do you see that? This is why I kind of strayed away from it, because it's so freaking pigmented. But look how pretty that is. I kind of wanted a rosy kind of blush. I didn't want anything too peachy. But I also did use a pinky blush yesterday, so that might have been from the blush yesterday too. But I know that this blush is very pigmented. That's why I barely use it. But I kind of wanted to use it today. And I think it looks really pretty with this look. So I'm only supposed to be working like 4 hours today. I usually only work 4-hour shifts on Fridays. I really like how these eyes turned out. I think they're really pretty. Okay, so that's it for the blush. I'm actually in an hour earlier than I usually am on Fridays. That's why I'm like rushing more. So I found this at TJ Maxx. Why do I keep on saying TJ Maxx? TJ Maxx is not near my house. Marshalls is. I found this at Marshalls yesterday. I've been kind of stalking my Marshalls, like I said, for the Too Faced products. And I found this a couple of days ago, but it was like completely stolen out of the pan. I don't know how somebody actually did that. But yesterday, because I came back the day before that and they still hadn't gotten any more of these in. But yesterday, they got like 5 of these in, and they got in the eyeshadow palettes as well. So I picked up the Too Faced Unicorn Too Faced Rainbow Strobe Rainbow Effect Highlighter. And this packaging is so freaking adorable. And this is what the actual highlighter looks like. So I'm not going to make it like a super rainbow on my face. I'm going to use most of the shades in here. I think I'm going to swirl these 3 shades together. I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, tap it off, and see how it looks. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so pretty. I actually heard good things about this highlighter. Surprisingly, it's glittery, but it's really gorgeous. It's like super pigmented. Do you see that? But I actually heard that this is a good highlighter. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be like a glitter bomb, but I've actually heard really good things about it. So I only took those top 3 shades. I'm just going to put that all over my face. It is very glittery, don't get me wrong, but it's really pretty. Okay, that kind of impressed me. It's like super sheeny too, so that's nice. I like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to spray my face with my Milani Make It Last setting spray. Okay, and now I'm just going to do my brows real quick. As that's drying. And then we're going to do my highlight. I'm just holding my brush. I can't believe how fast I did my makeup. I did it in like a half hour because I didn't sit down to film until 12 o'clock and it's 12:35 right now. Alright, I just have to do my lipstick. My lipstick always takes the longest, honestly. I feel like when I actually film more, I feel like I sound more like a New Yorker. For some reason, like, I've been talking like I'm from Brooklyn lately. I don't know why. What is this? Can this, like, is that an actual eyebrow or is that a mark from the actual brow mascara? Alright, I'm just gonna take this and apply it again since I just set my face. Alright, I think that looks really pretty, so I think we're good with that. And then I'm just gonna tap in the rest. So that's pretty much, we're pretty much done. We just have to do the lips, but I just want to pop on a little bit of that chip shade to cover up a little bit of that, whatever's going on there. I think it's just my brow, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, let me drink a little bit more water. I always try to drink as much water as possible before I actually go to work. But I probably say that in like literally every get ready with me. Okay, so where is my lip liner? Alright, so for the lips today, I'm going to take the shade Hawkeye by Kat Von D, the Everlasting Lip Liner, and I'm going to put that on as my lip liner. Duh. I think that this lip liner is like literally the same shade as the lip color that I'm doing, so that's why I wanted to use it today. So I've been listening to the Star is Born soundtrack, and it's really, really good with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. I'm obsessed with it. I can't get the songs out of my head. And then for the lipstick, I'm going to be using the Colourpop Luxe lipstick in the shade Belle. I've only used it once, and I wore it in the, what video? in the What's Going On in the Beauty Community recently video with that red sweater from Lucky. So this is only the second time I'm wearing this lipstick, and I really wanted to wear it today. Ooh. Do we like how it looks with this with these eyes? I think I do. I think it looks really cool. This color is so stunning though. Okay, so the lip liner is darker than the lipstick, but I like it a lot. I'm just going to finish it up off camera. Alright, you guys, so this is pretty much the finished look. Here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. Love this lip color so much. I actually really like how the eyes turned out. Please let me know if these eyes kind of clash, but I feel like the purple kind of ties in the lip, and this lip is so gorgeous. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry that it was a little bit rushed. I still wanted to film even though I don't have much time. So I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media. I love you guys. Bye. I really have to go to work, so sorry if I'm like repetitive. Bye.